Welcome back, folks. It is a sensational Sunday. I'm Josephine Sage. Let's jump right into the forecast. Now, these weather headlines are going to show us something we've been looking forward to for the last week. Well, not necessarily those wind speeds, but those cooler temperatures. We're going to notice that as a low pressure centers over the Great Basin and moves eastward, closed low pressure system at that is going to bring us not only a drop in those temperatures for the first, week of October, but wind speeds could vary between 20 to 40 miles an hour for us here on the western slope. So definitely take that windbreaker with you, those jackets, and because it's definitely going to be on that cooler side of things. Now, this is how it's going to start to move on in. As soon as it crosses close to that Utah and that Nevada border is when it's going to start to close, and start to head on again eastward. And ahead of this is those cooler temperatures. Ahead of this is a little bit of that cold front, and those winds will definitely be more northeasterly faced. And again, if you're in those northern Rockies, like I said, bring that jacket with you because it's definitely going to be, I wouldn't say frigid, but definitely on that chillier side of things. And our almanac will show us that we are just a few degrees above what we're typically used to for that seasonal average at 77 instead of 74, but that is just about a 10-degree drop from even what we were feeling yesterday. And tonight we're feeling in those mid-50s, so still not as cool as that seasonal average in those mid-40s, but on that cooler side of things for sure. And I do have Harley hanging out with me for the dog walking forecast, feeling 78. So on that cooler side of things as we look into tomorrow. And please feel free to send me a photo of your pup at jsage@kerryxtv.com for, next week's dog walking forecast as in tomorrow. But those sunny skies are going to continue with us as we look into the early work week. And we're going to notice this is where we're going to feel a little bit of those showers. That upper level low is increasing rain chance along those Rockies as that pushes this way. Now, we're not going to expect much accumulation, but because of these cooler temperatures, it's definitely going to feel like more of a cool rain than what we've been experiencing the last couple of weeks with those warmer rains. Now, our pollen forecast hasn't really shifted too much. Tree pollen season has essentially came to a close. Same with grass pollens. Really not going to be feeling any of the rest of those for the fall season, but weed pollen is at an all-time high, an excessive amount of those hanging out with us here on the western slope, and a low amount of mold pollen hanging out with us. So if you are sensitive to those things, try and stay inside because they are definitely at their peaks in terms of those weed pollens. And I want to chat about those upcoming fall colors. I've been talking about it for essentially about the last month. We're going to notice that those higher elevation regions in that purple area, those peak colors are the first week of October. So in just a couple of days, we're going to see those beautiful reds, those beautiful oranges, those beautiful yellows along that Telluride, that Montrose, that Crested Butte region. And even as we look towards that northern area, Steamboat Springs, Meeker, Craig, those colors are headed our way. Now, the surrounding regions in that darker red closer to Alamosa, second week of October is when those will start to peak. And we are not far behind looking into the basically last couple of weeks of October is when they'll peak for us here in the Grand Valley. And I did mention cooler temperatures on the way. 66 on Tuesday, 68 on Wednesday, and those evening lows are even in those 40s. That chance for showers is 30 to 40% for us here on Sunday and Monday. And Montrose, of course, is a few degrees cooler, hanging out in those low 60s for the long run.